And the worst part, I was aware of it. Ever since I was a kid, I've been addicted to being a content creator. Not just watching videos, but imagining myself, being the one creating them. Thinking about ideas, imagining people watching, imagining building something of my own. But for the longest time, that's all it was. Just imagination. Because in reality, I wasn't building anything. I was just scrolling. I was that guy, scrolling for hours, laughing, wasting time, telling myself just one more video. And then suddenly, hours are gone, doing nothing with my life. Just watching other people live theirs, watching people succeed, watching people improve, watching people build something, while I stayed exactly the same. And the worst part, I was aware of it. I knew I was wasting time, but I still kept doing it. And it became a cycle. Wake up, scroll, waste time, repeat. And it was the same thing every single day, again and again and again, until one day I woke up. And I don't mean just physically, but mentally. Something just snapped. Everything behind me was just wasted time. I wasn't living, I was just watching. Days, weeks, months just gone. Time will that I'll never get back. And that realization hits hard. Because I started thinking, if I keep going like this, what is my life going to look like in a year? In 5 years? And honestly, that scared me. And that's when everything changed. Something just clicked. I realized I've been wasting years following trends, watching people win, while I stayed the same, and deep inside me, I knew I wanted more. Not just motivation, I wanted to actually change. But the truth is, this wasn't my first attempt. I've tried before, more than once. I even tried being a content creator before. I used to make TikTok videos with my friends. At first, it was fun. We were just messing around, posting random content, trying to get views. But over time, it started to feel wrong. The schedule got tight. We had to keep posting even when we didn't feel like it. We had to force ideas, force energy, force content. And I realized that this is it, me. The content we were making, it wasn't something I was proud of. It was just clown content. Something to get attention, something to get views, but not something meaningful. And deep down, I didn't like it. But I kept doing it anyway. Because I thought that's what I had to do to grow, to get views, to make it in life. But eventually, I stopped. And when I stopped, I didn't replace it with anything better. I just went back to doing nothing, back to scrolling, back to wasting time, back to the same cycle, and at the same time, I was also struggling with myself physically. Back in 2024, I had no discipline, no structure, no direction. Sometimes I was skinny, sometimes I was fat, just constantly changing but never improving. I looked at myself and I didn't feel proud, and yeah, I even tried going to the gym once because my friends were going. But I wasn't serious. I lasted only one day. I went home and everything went back to normal. No change, no progress, just the same version of me until July 2025. Because at this time, something felt different. There was no hype, no motivation videos, no big speeches, just a quiet decision that I'm going. So I went to the gym. I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. People probably knew I was new. My form was probably terrible, awful, but I still lifted. And I remember that feeling clearly. It wasn't confidence, it wasn't strength, it was relief. Because for the first time, I stopped thinking and I started doing. And that feeling was enough. I went home, I looked at myself, and I decided I'm going to change. I shaved to fix my appearance, and then I went to the barbershop to get a buzz cut. And it might sound small, but to me, it felt like a reset, like I was leaving the old version of me behind. That was July 2025. That's when everything started. But let me be real, it wasn't perfect. It I wasn't suddenly disciplined. I still had lazy days. I still skipped workouts. I still went back to scrolling sometimes. But the difference was I didn't quit anymore. I kept coming back again and again. And over time, that started to build something. And now, 9 months later, I'm stronger. Not just physically, but mentally. And I understand something now that I didn't understand before. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about coming back, even after you fall off. And the crazy part, it all started from one decision: to stop scrolling and start doing. And now I'm going back to my childhood dream, to becoming a content creator. But this time, I'm not following trends. I'm not forcing content. I'm not trying to be someone else. This time, I'm being myself. I'm documenting my whole journey on this channel and building something real. So you can see everything: the progress, the struggles, the discipline, all of it. You're going to watch me grow from nothing to something. And I'll share everything I learned along the way. So if you're like me, this is your sign. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be ready. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to start. Stop watching and start. Kilos lang.